Hello my fellow pod pilots of New Eden, EddieRio here, and if you can believe it, I've moved out of a Minmatar ship and into a Galente one. Absolute sacrilege, I know. But this is a cool little ship. It's a Federation Navy Comet, and to fit this up I've got a small newt. I probably should use a NOS because it's quite cap heavy, this fit. 150mm railguns, so its optimal range is 9 kilometers with antimatter, which obviously is that kind of edge of scram range. So I've got warp scrambler fitted, web and afterburner, damage control, mag stab, overdrive injection system, and a small ancillary armor repairer, and 3 Tech 2 rigs that expand my hull hit points. So the idea with this fit is that I want to be floating around the edge of my scram, having to overheat it and keep on that sort of 9 kilometer area, hoping that the enemy that I'm up against has a much closer range ammo type. EvE PvP is pretty much a game of rock, paper, scissors, and the fights only really get interesting when you're both fit in the same style, so you're both rocks or you're both scissors. So first up we have an Incursus, and this was a really good fight because of what I just mentioned earlier. We're both rocks or we're both scissors here. We've both got that same kind of fit and a similar sort of ship applying the DPS as well. He's also got railguns fitted to this, so it made for a nice little battle. But this is the cool thing about PvP within EvE. You can glean bits of information from the game. You can even zoom in on the ship and see what type of guns that they fit, or look them up on Zkill and see that some of their most recent losses. But at the end of the day, you're not 100% sure what you're going to come up against. So we're pretty even at this point, but as you can see, I'm about to have some issues with my capacitor soon. I did turn my newt off to preserve a little bit of capacitor, but I've had all my modules burning for quite a while now and it's really drained my cap. But we both hit hull about the same time, and this is where my hull rigs really start to come into their own. It's almost as a sort of little surprise hull tank, and his hull doesn't last as long and I get the win. But that was a really cool fight and a really close one. Look at my ship on fire. That just looks awesome. So cool. Next up, I've almost contested this site, and as I do so, a Punisher decides to warp in. I ain't leaving now. I want my loyalty points, so we're going to have to duke it out. Again, I'm going to stick to my plan. I'm just going to keep him between 8 and 9 kilometers and hopefully out DPS him. Not quite sure what's going on here, as there's sort of 0 damage coming in on me and I seem to be applying my damage really well on him. So when you get to a point like this, it's a very good idea not to change anything. Just keep going exactly how you are. If you're on top, don't change anything. If you're not doing so well, maybe you've got to mix something up. But be aware that they could try and change those parameters at any point, and you're going to have to adjust to that. Quite often when they realise that they're losing, they're going to try and maybe align out or overheat their afterburner or try and escape or just try and change something, and you've got to be ready to make a change as well. But yeah, look at that, I basically took 0 damage, so not quite sure what happened there, but I will take it. Next up, against the Caldari Navy hook build, these are amazing little ships and he should be able to apply DPS to me at all sorts of ranges, so this should be a good fight. But again, like the previous fight, there just seems to be minimal DPS coming in at me. I'm not sure why. Even if the pilot had quite low skill points, they would still be applying a lot more DPS than this to me, so I'm not quite sure what's happening here. Perhaps I found some sort of god fit Federation Navy Comet and the game's just decided that I'm not going to take much damage. It's definitely weird how fights go sometimes. I've been on the complete receiving end of this type of thing as well, where you just think, why aren't I applying DPS and my tank is failing so quickly? But I guess if it's rock, paper, scissors, he chose scissors and I chose rock, and as he just starts to touch my armour, I managed to take him out. Here we are now against a Federation Navy Comet, and it turns out that this guy is exactly the same fit, and I mean exactly the same. Wherever I took this fit from, he has taken the fit as well, because even the warriors that he's got are the same as mine instead of using something else, so it's exactly the same, which makes it even more confusing that exactly the same thing happens as the last 2 fights and I take hardly any damage. Oh yeah, I'm also an EvE partner now, so I've got like skins to give away to people if you want them. Just add your in-game name on a comment to this video, and at the end of the month I'll pick some winners and distribute them. I've also got a creator code which is just EddieRio, that I think if you want to support me when you make purchases in the store, you can use that and get 3% off, I think, or something like that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And as the Comet dies, and I've only taken half shieldlet, up against another Comet here, and this guy definitely knows how his guns work and applies some much better DPS to me. I also know that he has got friends in the system, so I'm looking to try and get this underway quickly and see what else is going to warp in on top of me. It's always way more fun when there's a small fleet trying to get you, and you know that there's a few people perhaps in comms with each other discussing what's happening and trying to take you out. I've hit D-scan and I can tell a Republic Fleet Firetail and Tormentor are also on their way. I feel like I'm winning this fight, but I've now got the added pressure of trying to win this fight before more people turn up. Comet has also appeared on D-scans, that's 3 ships about to come in, and as I say that, here they come. But as they appear, my target is entering Hull, and hopefully I'm going to be able to get him before they start applying DPS on me. I start thinking about which one I'm going to attack after this, and I sort of pick the Tormentor, although I think in hindsight that was a bad idea because he was quite buffer fit and the Firetail might have been a better choice, but I don't think it would have made a difference because I died pretty soon after that kill anyway. But I'm more than happy with getting a kill there, and you know, having lots of people come after you afterwards. I'm more than happy to lose my ship in that situation. Next up, another hook bill. Hook bills are obviously plentiful in faction warfare, and they want to aggress Fed Navy Comets as well, which is great. Theoretically, if I was in a hook bill, I would definitely be looking at engaging a lone Comet. I would be either fitting lots of webs and tracking disruptors that would be perfect against this ship really. I've also been looking at some very interesting fits for the hook bill that I'm sort of skilling into on my ult here at the moment, that I'm hoping to be using soon. It's a sort of wafer thin tank, lots of speed and kitey goodness, and I'm looking forward to giving it a go soon. But look at this, he's entering Hull and I'm barely touching armour at the moment. I start to make a little mistake here and get too close, but I've got enough tank and time to make adjustments and make sure that I do get the kill eventually. Again though, pretty one-sided there. I don't think I activated my armour repairer once during that fight. And here we have another hook bill. It's mad, isn't it? This is a much better fight though. I've seen this pilot about, I know that they're going to be good, I know they're going to be fit well as well. I think I might have to start writing notes in players' bios, just so I know if I've come up against them before or what they're mostly going to be flying and stuff. I think that'd be really useful actually, because you seem to come across the same names quite often. But yeah, have a look at this. I'm in, you know, half armour, starting to struggle, and I haven't even got their shields down yet. I've certainly been put in my place since the last fights. I was thinking that he was shield buffer fit, and I started to get a few good hits on his armour here, as you can see. But then he starts to rep, and then I realise that I've got a bigger problem on my hand, as I've also run out of capacitor, and I've also run out of paste for my armour repper, which starts to reload. I realise that I'm struggling a lot more than he is, but by this point there's not much more that I can do other than just try and overheat stuff and wait for him to put me down. But really good fight there. I really enjoyed that. Even though I lost, I thought that that was a really good fight. And last but not least, we have some strange shenanigans going on a gate. These targets aren't in the opposing faction, so they're going to take gate gun fires by aggressing me, which is a really odd thing to do in a frig if you ask me. I'm also in a different Comet fit to the last load of fights here. I'm in like a blaster close range fit with this one, so I just want to get as close as possible to apply as much DPS as possible. Their plan is obviously to apply as much DPS to me as possible and try and kill me and get out before even the gate guns start killing them, but I've managed to take a yellow pill and rep as hard as I possibly can through that. I managed to take the hook bill out and then crack on with the Punisher. But yeah, thanks for watching, and if you've made it this far in the video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff. And don't forget to leave your in-game name in a comment on this video, and at the end of the month I will pick some winners and distribute some skins that I get. And don't forget to use my code EddieRio in the store, and till next time, take it easy.